everybody, it's Paul.
And Shannon. That's different than normal.
Yeah.
It's normally like, it's Shannon
and Paul.
Okay, so take it away, Paul.
Alright, so thank you for joining us today. This video is actually a week or two late. Shannon and I actually got sick. We didn't film anything for this channel last week. We both got like the flu. It wasn't bad. It wasn't like we were sitting in bed all day. It was just we had like this head cold, congestion, all kinds of weird stuff going on.
They know. There was a vlog about I had strep throat too.
Oh yeah, so yeah. Shannon started off with strep throat.
He was worse than me.
And then she went from strep into some kind of congestion, and I got that, and it was just weird. I don't know. Yeah. Which is kind of funny because we don't usually get sick.
No, it's been a long time since we've been sick.
Yeah, matter of fact, Shannon was bragging about it, and then she got sick.
I said that to them in a video. He didn't see that part, but in one of the vlogs, I talked about that. So anyway, that's not what this video is about.
Yeah. So we had said a couple weeks ago in one of our vlogs, I was in the storage room. What was I doing in there? Was I building
shelves?
So I was building shelves. I built some more shelves. And we mentioned that we have an eBay store, and we have just been overwhelmed with comments about that on all three of our channels, as well as one of the questions we get asked so many times is what we do with our duplicates. So we wanted to do this video in order to answer that question and kind of address the whole eBay situation.
Okay. So let me just give a little more detail on that.
Yeah.
So what we do with the duplicates question, that comes in because we have two other channels where we open up blind box toys and figures. So that's the duplicates. In case you're somebody watching that doesn't know about our other channels.
Yeah, true.
When you put eBay in the title of a video, we could get lots of people that aren't familiar with this channel. So we open blind box toys and collectibles on two other channels on YouTube. Get lots of questions about what do you do with those items?
Yeah.
As well as the eBay question because of this channel.
Yeah. And so a little bit of background. This is actually a video that we have talked about doing for a long time, and we really struggled with if we should
even do it.
If we should address the fact that we do eBay, because like Shannon said, we've had one other channel for about 6 years now.
Yep.
Our PSToyReviews. And we have never wanted it to ever come across like we're trying to sell our viewers anything.
Right. So for 6 years, nobody on that channel has known anything about eBay.
Now, I will say about half a dozen, maybe a dozen people have figured out that we have an eBay store. It was just kind of a coincidence.
Right, but we haven't promoted like, hey, you can get these items on eBay, because for us, the fun is just in making the videos for the viewers.
Right.
So the eBay was just like on the side.
That's all going to change today.
Apparently, because we're doing the video, so we don't know how this is going to go over. Hopefully, well. Yeah. If not.
Don't make Shannon cry.
Yeah. So like he said, we have struggled with it, but we decided there was just so many of you asking, and so many of you genuinely, honestly, what prompted us to go ahead and do the video is so many of you have genuinely been like, well, we want to support you guys, and how can we do this, and how can we do that, and can we maybe buy some of the toys, and so here we go. It's all coming out.
Yeah, there will be some changes to our channel structure in the coming year. This is one of the things. So
we have notes down here. That's what he's looking at.
So a little bit of history, just in case you've never heard this story about how we sort of got started with YouTube. Like Shannon said, Shannon had a crafting channel where she was doing some DIY stuff originally. She still does a little bit of that kind of stuff on this channel. She loves color. She has moved into different crafts now.
Yeah, it used to be more scrapbooking and jewelry making. Yeah.
And so she was familiar with the whole filming a video concept, putting it up on YouTube. I was working outside of the home, and that just seemed kind of an odd thing, because I didn't watch YouTube back then. I didn't know what it was. My youngest son kept telling me about YouTube, Minecraft videos, and Shannon started filming.
Well, yeah, that's almost 7 years ago.
Yeah.
8 years ago, so.
So little did I know. So I was actually at work one day. And
well, wait, we have to go back a little bit before that.
Yeah, yeah, sorry.
So Paul and I have always collected and always loved collecting. We've actually done some videos on this channel before where we talked about it, but I used to collect Barbie dolls and clothes and stickers, and he collected baseball cards and
Garbage Pail Kid card. Yeah. All the different kind of cards you could, Transformers, G.I. Joe, Star Wars, all the normal big toy things that, that a person growing up in the 80s would have been involved in.
So then when we got together, we just continued collecting and enjoying things.
Yeah.
So we bought toys, we had toys around the house, and that's where then this is going to come in, where one day he was at work.
Yeah. So one day I was at work, and Shannon was actually going to open up some trash pack figures.
Trash pack.
Shout out to Moose. This was before Grocery Gang. Yeah.
And Shopkins.
Yeah, and Shopkins. So she was going to open up a pack of trash pack figures to see who we were going to get as mystery people. And I don't know what prompted her to film it, but she did. She uploaded it on her craft channel, and that video kind of went wild.
It made all my other videos look sad in comparison.
Yeah, I mean, to give you an idea, one of her videos back then would have gotten, a couple thousand views in the first 30 days?
Sure.
And this video got like 70,000 views within the first week. So it was pretty wild. And so that kind of let us know that there was a community out there that wanted to see toys be open. We didn't know that was a thing. And so that we just started opening up toys together and kind of sharing our excitement of getting something new and collecting.
And so we had decided, though, that we were going to have Paul and Shannon's Life as a channel. And we were going to do like cooking videos and tutorials and all this kind of stuff together. And toys wasn't really a part of it.
Right.
I had thrown it up on that other channel, but then we're like, well, let's put some toy videos. So this channel, I think if you go back, actually does have a few toy type videos on it. But then one day Paul, again, was at work, and there's a theme here.
Yeah.
He came home from work, and I'm like, hey, guess what? We have a toy channel now.
Yeah.
I started a toy channel for us.
Yeah, because she wanted the toy videos separate from the other videos.
I thought it would be weird to mix.
And it made sense. And, and obviously that was the channel that just got so much of the community and feedback and everything behind it. That's kind of what we focused on.
Yes.
Okay. So
that's kind of the history of PSToyReviews.
Kind of the history, yeah. So we were doing at one point 3 videos each and every day on PSToyReviews.
That was a lot of work.
It was a lot of work, a lot of fun, and we just ended up with a lot of toys.
A lot of opening of product.
Yeah. So, like Shannon said, we've always collected stuff, and trading and kind of getting rid of extras that we've had in order to get new stuff has always been a big part of what we've done. So when we were kids, of course there were local shops that you could go to and do that. You could meet other people that were collecting the same things you were doing. You could trade with them. Obviously, fast forward to today, that has changed a lot.
Yeah.
So back in the mid-90s, we discovered eBay. This is really funny, just to kind of let you guys know who have never been around before the internet. We used to...
That makes us sound so old.
Yeah. So there still are magazines that are dedicated to toy collecting. I forget the names of them, but at the back they would have like a classified ad section.
Yeah.
And this was back in like the early 90s. Shannon and I used to run ads in the back of those for things that we were looking for and things that we had extra. And it's like you would get a random phone call, like you had to list your phone number in there, and your phone would ring. And it would just be some random person on the end of the line. You'd be like, hey, I'm calling about this ad that was placed in the back of White's Guide to Collecting. I'm like, oh, yeah,
That's so funny.
And they'd be like, oh, do you still have, this Hot Wheel? I'm like, yeah, we still got it. They're like, okay, well, I'm sending a money order. And like 5 days later, you go to the mailbox, a money order would be in there from this guy, and he'd have his address that you'd ship it to, and you'd ship it out, and a couple days later, he'd get it, and it was funny because it worked.
I just have to throw in real quick, I don't know if Paul has thought about this, but one of the things that we had done this with, and it was so big, we started selling off the duplicate 101 Dalmatians figures from McDonald's, because we were trying to complete a whole set of McDonald's. I think they had 101.
There were 100, and that was like the original blind bag toy.
And so way back when.
Yeah, there was this whole collector community around the 101 Dalmatian Happy Meal toy.
It was awesome.
So, that's actually a lot of what we did, was trying to complete Happy Meal collections for Shannon's mom collected them, our boys both collected. So anyway.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what it was like before the internet made things easy. Then the internet showed up, and it was the same classified ad section, but just online. It was message boards.
Message boards, yeah.
But it was the same idea. The money order's going to show up in the mail and everything. Well, then in 1995, eBay came out.
Was it 95?
We got involved with it in 96.
I feel like it was before that, but okay.
I think.
That makes sense.
And so that really made things a lot easier because it was a huge community. It was very small compared to what it is today, but it was a huge community all collecting. eBay was almost all collectibles at the beginning.
Yes.
And the first thing we ever sold on eBay was a Magic the Gathering card. It was the Unlimited Gauntlet of Might. I still remember it.
And he wishes he had it back now. Anyway, side note.
I did really well. So anyway, yeah.
So I think...
Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
So...
Because I don't know what you were going to say.
So, yeah, eBay took the place of those message boards that we were using on the internet. The same way those message boards had taken the place of the classified ad. The same way the classified ad had taken the place of the local game store. It was just introducing to a larger and larger and larger market, expanding, the pool of collectibles and things that were out there that number one, that we could buy or trade for, but number two, that other people could enjoy, if we had extras.
And it's fun to be able to have the accessibility to find what you're looking for to complete a collection of something, because you could drive yourself mad trying to find like the last one or two things you need, and so yeah.
All right, so anyway, where was I going with that?
I don't know where you were going with that, but you started with about 3 videos a day. So I think where you were going, maybe, is the fact that I guess I'll say this, and then we can say what like our approach is with all our toys, because I feel like the video is going to get really long.
yeah, I feel like we need to try and rein it in. We had a 50-minute Disney video the other day.
Yeah. So what he was saying about when we filmed 3 videos a day, nowadays, if you watch our channels, you know that a lot of the companies will send us product. That was not the case. That is only very recently that has been a thing. So when we started doing YouTube, number one, even though we had a decent sized channel at the time, companies weren't sending stuff to people because it was all very new. This whole idea of, social media influencers is a very new thing.
That's true.
So when we started, we bought 100% of what we opened on the channel, we purchased ourselves.
Yeah.
And it was really expensive. So our channel was growing and it was doing well, and we do make some money off of the ads that play, but it was way more expensive than what we were making. So like he can tell you, like, this might shock people if other people that make videos are watching, they're probably going to die too. But in one of our years when we were doing 3 videos a day, we spent over $100,000 on product to do those videos. Yeah. So so eBay has become, in our YouTube career, just a way to try and recoup some of that expense that's associated with making the videos. And it still is to this day. It's still kind of it's not how we make our money. It's just basically a way that we're able to recoup so that we can continue to create content. Well, and also on top of that, I now also am buying and selling stuff on our same eBay store.
True.
Just because prior to YouTube, I used to do that because that allowed, while he worked, that allowed me to stay home and raise our kids and homeschool them by, reselling stuff on eBay to supplement what he was making. Right. So I love eBay, and I've always done eBay. So to get back to what we do with our stuff, we have a 3-prong approach to what we do with our stuff.
So many rabbit trails.
I know.
The 3-prong approach.
3-prong approach. So there's 3 different things that we do with our stuff. Number 1, stuff that is like big play sets that we open, or a ton of stuff that we don't open, because if you've seen our storage room, number 1, we shop way too much.
That's me.
And number 2, when you start doing this, there are a lot of companies that they're not sending you stuff out of the good of their heart just because they want you to have stuff. They want you to talk about their stuff. Yeah. They want the free advertising.
Right, that's what it is.
That comes from it, yeah. So for those of you that watch and are like, I wish people would send me free stuff, it's because we're basically advertising for them just for the cost of the product. But what happens when you do that is everybody in the world wants to send you everything in the world. So between us, we had just made a deal on our channels that we would never open anything either for free or for a paid video that we would not spend our own money on. So when companies, they get a hold of your address, like we go to Toy Fair every year, our address gets published out there. They just send stuff, and we always tell people, don't send the stuff. But anyway, a lot of stuff comes in that we end up never showing on the channel. All that stuff and all the big stuff like that, we always donate every year.
Yes.
So we donate like to Toys for Tots and the Children's Hospital in the area. I'll get to the schools in a minute, but why are you smiling? You're grinning like you know something. We've helped some pregnancy support centers before, and like a lot of our little stuff that gets opened that we have a way we determine what we're doing with stuff. A lot of that little stuff we'll donate, and it can be used like in local schools. They either raise money for after school programs by selling the stuff we give them, or like teachers can use it for like treasure chest or goodie box kind of things. Yeah,
and it also goes to support arts in schools, because like a lot of arts programs in schools are at risk right now. So
we like being able to support that, and that goes into our local area, which is really awesome.
It is,
And then so that's approach one. A lot of
approach
stuff
one. There's a lot of stuff in approach one.
That's 1A, and now here's 1B.
Okay, 1B.
So giveaways are always talked about. And we used to do giveaways on the channel. However, the government, the post office, there's a lot of stuff that goes into a lot of legal junk about what you can do, what you can't do, who you can communicate with. So we decided that giveaways were just not a good thing for us by and large. On YouTube, at least. There's just some stuff in the way there. However, when we do like meetups or when we see people and meet them locally, we always have stuff that we give away.
Yeah. If we know we're meeting somebody, we almost always try and find out what they like and make sure that we have something to give them, because we just enjoy that.
And a lot of times we'll actually meet people out, but we just had stuff in the car. We're like, hey, go run to the car and get some stuff.
That's happened before.
It's happened actually more often than I would have thought.
Yeah.
So, okay, so that's giveaways, and what do we do with the product as far as donating and charity? That's kind of one thing. Another thing is we actually keep and collect a lot of the stuff. I mean,
we do.
You can see just a couple things. This is actually my coloring area. Yeah. So, but we have bookshelves. We have
collection.
We have collections everywhere. So we do that.
And I just want to touch on that real quick. Our collection is always changing, because just for spatial reasons, as well as just our interests have changed throughout the years. We might be really into collecting something for a long time, and we might have those things for years, and then for whatever reason.
I can give you a perfect current example.
Yeah, go ahead.
Just this week, I listed a bunch of strawberry shortcake stuff on eBay. Some stuff we hadn't opened, but we had purchased, and some stuff we had opened on the channel. And it was all stuff we bought, and I'm like, you know what? We've had it for a few years. I'm ready to go ahead and move on and sell those off and move on to the next thing. So
right, that's a wonderful example. So that kind of happens with our collection.
We might have a kitty fight here in a minute.
Yeah,
we have one kitty.
Ella right here, and then Jack is over there behind the camera.
He's stalking her.
Yeah, I'm hoping he doesn't hit the tripod.
Me too.
If he charges. Okay, go ahead. What's the third thing?
Okay, so I don't remember. So we donate, we give away, we keep some stuff. So maybe it's 4 things, not 3. I don't know. The other thing we do is we do sell on eBay to again help recoup the cost of the product we're buying, which thankfully it's really beneficial to us when companies now send us stuff, because then we don't have to go spend our money to buy it. But having said that, we still buy a tremendous amount of stuff because somebody's a shopaholic. And no, for real, it's him. I buy all this stuff. He buys all the toys.
So so I'll let you finish your point, but I'm going back to that.
Okay, so we have a tremendous amount of expenses that go into having our YouTube toy channels.
Yes.
So we sell product off to go ahead and recoup some of that money. We also have a couple employees. We have managers. We have a lot of people.
Yeah.
It costs a lot of money to run a toy channel that you never would really think about. So it's
just like any other business. It just is a business that happens out of our house.
Right. But it's
got all of the expenses associated with it that a lot of other businesses would have.
So go ahead and go back to what I said, and then we can finish up.
So Shannon mentioned being a shopaholic, and she's not wrong. I do love to shop. For me, it's part of the creative process, which might sound to be the stupidest thing in the world.
No, it's true.
But seriously, especially for all the ladies that are watching, use that on your husband's. You know, when your husband gets home from working, or if you get home and your husband, you know, whoever's working doesn't really matter.
Whoever's the spender versus the saver, that's really what it is.
When the saver shows up, you're like, what is all this stuff? You're like, it's part of my creative process.
That's right. That's
These shoes that I bought are part of my creative process. This new decoration for the house is part of my creative process.
There's a problem though, because both he and I are spenders at the moment. So, anyway.
So when I talk about the creative process, we actually Shannon had a doll channel for a while. So we actually have a tremendous amount of stuff that we bought.
I shopped a lot.
In order to do the doll channel.
We're looking at some.
Because, like, American Girl is a great example. We both love American Girl. And, you know, we were...
And they don't send us stuff.
They don't send us stuff. We were collecting it for a while.
I bought it all.
We were collecting it for a while. And then the idea for this doll channel kind of took hold. And it was like, okay, well, we like these things, but we don't have the time to film them right now. But when we get the time to film, these things may not be available, so we better buy them. So a lot of things we end up buying, or at least I end up buying, that fear of loss. Yeah. I had fear of missing out, fear of missing that thing.
Which is why our storage room, if you've seen the videos, looks the way it does.
Yeah, so. We had another idea for more of a preschool age channel that we were going to do, so we ended up buying a lot of things that were going to go with that.
And then the FTC came galloping and...
Yeah, so anyway. Things like that have happened throughout our career, where it was like, okay, well, this is going to be a great, this is going to be, we're buying these things for this idea, and then the idea kind of changes.
So you'll see some of those things on eBay too if you decide to go check us out. So
anyway.
So I mentioned the FTC real quick. That's just, for those of you that are in the know, toy channels are going to really struggle next year. Things are being worked out, things are being looked at, but basically about 95% of the revenue we make from ads is going away. We don't know for how long, we don't know what's going to happen. Paul and I are committed to doing the best we can to keep PS Toy Reviews running as is, but again, that's going to be, that's one of those things where there's expenses involved in running the channel, as well as we both do YouTube full time.
Right.
So if, ads go away, then, we have to go get other jobs outside the home, but we're committed to trying to keep everything going as is. So therefore, us selling the product that we've spent money on eBay is going to play into and help allow that to continue to happen. Something like that.
Yeah.
Anyway, you guys, we're going to tell you the eBay store name. The cats are all around us.
We got a cat
you guys
in
can't
shoes
see
right
him,
now.
but he's untying Paul's shoe. We're going to tell you the eBay store name. Nobody, hear me, nobody watching has to go buy anything from eBay from us.
That's right.
We are not making this video hoping that a bunch of people buy a bunch of stuff. It'd be awesome, but that's not the point of this. We're doing this because we just continually get asked from you guys, like, hey, can we support you? Can we do something to help? Hey, can I buy that figure off you? Can I do this? And thus far, we've kind of just tried to head those questions off.
Yeah, we
because we weren't prepared.
Yeah, we've either ignored the questions, not to be mean, but just because, like Shannon said, we weren't prepared to address kind of this side of things, because our focus has never been to
sell stuff to you guys.
Right. Right, and it still isn't.
Right.
We're just making it available should you be in the market for some of these things and you want to shop with us. That'd be awesome. And that kind of brings us to another thing. If you buy anything from our channel, it's probably been opened on camera.
Yeah, by us.
Yeah.
Because we don't have anybody else do it.
That's right. It's
we
us.
open all this stuff. So just a little plug for if you do shop on eBay. I think eBay is a really cool place. And you can buy from any other seller on eBay. You don't have to ever buy a thing from us. But if you're looking for stuff, eBay is a great resource.
Yes.
Having said that, if you do ever buy anything from us, like he said, we probably opened it on camera, and you're guaranteed that it's authentic, because we
Yeah,
don't
absolutely.
we don't open all the, is it real versus fake, LOL. We don't
Yeah.
do any of that. We only buy
From Target, Walmart,
Yeah.
Amazon.
right. We don't buy from, the weird sites that make stuff in China and stuff
Right.
for toys.
Right.
It's,
And the fact that we open so much of it, unless it's a brand new thing, it's usually we can be like, oh yeah, this, like LOL, we know what colors the thing should be. We know how it should feel.
Yeah.
It's just, oh yeah, this
so,
is
and I know that's the thing that a lot of you have asked questions on too, is how do you know if things are real or fake or whatever. And we even get questions like that on eBay from people that don't even know we're PS Toy Reviews.
Yeah.
They write and they say, well, is this authentic? Because I bought something and it, was a cheap China knockoff, so... there's that, and there's one other thing I'm just going to address on this video since we're talking about eBay, because we get a lot of questions because our ads aren't very clear on eBay. If you buy any of the small type figure stuff that we do, all the blind bag type stuff, it'll say shipping price $4, and you're like, oh my gosh, $4, but the Shopkin's only $1. Why am I paying so much shipping? Number one, because shipping is expensive.
Yeah.
It costs a lot of money to ship.
Yep.
But number two, if you do end up buying anything, and the best way to do that is to add everything you want to your shopping cart on eBay, and then click, pay out all at once, and you'll only be charged $4 total. It's not like $4 per item, which a lot of people think. It's $4 total. Like, you could buy 1,000 Shopkins and it would still only be $4.
Yep.
Even though it wouldn't cost that much to ship, that's just what we charge.
If you buy 1,000 Shopkins, I'll ship them for free.
If you buy 1,000 Shopkins, we're like writing handwritten thank you notes and sending pictures and, the cat's paw print stamp or something.
Actually, no, because cat's paw prints don't make a good stamp. We've tried
Yeah,
before.
that's true, because they have fur between their toes.
Yep.
Anyway, did we have anything else other than saying the store?
I think that was
Did
it.
we kinda address-
Yeah.
I feel like we kind of rambled and got a little sidetracked.
We went down some rabbit trails there. You got to, which is fine. We're more than we love talking about ourselves and kind of our journey and how we got from where we started.
We love talking about ourselves.
I don't mean it that way.
That was awesome.
I want to, before we tell the story, I want to just give everybody out there a big thank you. If you have watched us on any of our channels, we want to express our sincere gratitude. Like we start off by saying we've been doing this for about 6 years now, and it has been an amazing journey.
And it has turned into something we never imagined it would be. We just thought we were going to open some stuff and maybe some people would watch it. And you guys are so amazing and fantastic and leave just the nicest comments and, tell us about how much certain videos mean to you, and that just touches our heart.
It really does. It really does.
Touching his heart.
Yeah, a little whale.
So what story were you going to tell? You said before I tell you the story. Did you just mean the store name?
The store name. Sorry,
okay.
the store name.
I thought he was going to tell another story. I don't know.
The store nombre.
The nombre.
Yep.
So if you don't like this video, be nice to us. Because we've talked about making a video like this for years and haven't done it because we're kind of I don't know.
I feel
it's against who we are, kind of. We don't promote ourselves.
Yeah, and I feel like a lot of this video has kind of been heading off arguments almost.
Yeah.
So anyway, all right. So we're gonna finish strong on a positive note here.
Finish strong.
All right. So our eBay store name will be listed. It'll be spelled out down below in the description, as well as Shannon's going to put a link down there. So if you go to eBay and you click search for a store, you can then type in our store name and find us. If you click the link, it'll take you directly there. But our store name is We're Back in NC 123. So it's
no
we're,
apostrophe in we're, because they don't like those.
Yeah, so it's just we're.
It looks like we're.
Yeah, we're back.
We're back.
Yeah, we're back in NC 123, and it's all together.
Yep, all smushed together. Kind of like Paul and Shannon's Life and PS Reviews.
That's going to be the thumbnail.
Yeah.
Right there. No, you got to hold it.
I got to hold it?
Thumbnail.
Wait.
That's going to be the thumbnail.
Maybe.
Okay. Yeah.
Maybe
I like
not.
the thumbnail. Okay.
People be like, what are they doing?
All right. So anyway, So if you come over and check out our store, that'd be awesome.
If not, you're still awesome.
Yeah. If not, you're still awesome.
We're just trying to answer some questions that have been asked, and
yeah, and maybe we can help you complete a collection.
That's right. Or start a new one.
Yep. Oh, one last thing. We do only ship within the United States right now. So, sorry. We have a ton of international viewers, and we love you guys. We absolutely love you. Just the shipping is so prohibitively expensive.
Well, and I hate to say it. We're looking into maybe trying, because it wasn't necessarily that shipping was so prohibitive, which it is, because to ship like a Shopkin to you guys would cost like $10.
Or more.
Yeah, or more, which to me is just crazy.
Right.
But the reason why we haven't done international is because on eBay, you had to upload tracking, otherwise your store suffered a lot. And you didn't used to be able to get international tracking, and just, we used to ship internationally. eBay changed a bunch of things because they wanted you to kind of move toward using their international system, which we were not a fan of. So we decided just to stop all international sales, but that's something that's on the list of things to look into. But yes, for right now, it is only US on eBay.
Yep. Okay.
And we're not selling off of eBay right now.
Right.
So sorry if you're international, you can't contact us and ask us to sell something to you, because that will get us in a lot of trouble with eBay, and we'd really like to be able to keep our eBay business.
But we may have Patreon coming up. That's another thing on the to-do list. And yeah, we will have some special bundles.
Ooh, where you can get like camera opened merchandise? Like on-screen open
something. Yeah,
surprises?
There will be some stuff. So there's going to be some stuff with that. Yeah, or a cat.
There's going to be stuff. A cat?
Yeah,
we're not shipping the cats.
Not these cats. Other cats.
We're going to have a cat subscription box service where every month we send you a new kitten.
I've heard there's such a thing as called Uber Cat or Uber Kitten or something where Uber will bring you a cat.
That's weird.
I don't know if that's true or not. I've just heard it.
That's just weird.
Yeah. So anyway.
You can rent a cat?
Yeah, you can rent a cat.
Weird.
So.
Okay.
All right.
You can't rent a cat here.
No.
All right. So thank you so much for watching and sticking with us if you have this far, because I'm sure it was another like 50-minute video. Because
it was at least 30 minutes.
We can just not 30. We just can't tell a short story. Nope. So sorry. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. We really appreciate you guys. See you later.
See ya.